Welcome to the Roth Show.
That's my motorcycle sound. Tom, can you do a motorcycle sound?
I don't think I have that in me, no.
That sounds more like a tractor, right? Doesn't it? It sounds like... Full pull! Right here on the Roth Show. This is Volkswagen. Live in front of your naked, steaming eyes, big shout out to TJ. TJ, tell us her information here, Tom. TJ, you're gonna look at her picture right here. She's the woman of my life. She's the woman of my dreams. She's my mystery dream date. I've never met her. I didn't know if I was ever gonna meet her, and she fell off a motorcycle right after this picture. How do we find her?
Her Instagram is renegades_. That's at renegades_. There's a GoFundMe link in her bio.
Okay, that's what Tom said. Do what Tom said. And hey, big shout out to you, Sugar. We're thinking of you in the hospital here. And you know what? I think we should talk about motorcycles. Do you have any motorcycle kind of background there?
Just motorbikes when I was a kid. That was kind of it. Never a real motorcycle.
Okay, when you talk about motorbikes, is there a specific definition to that? Because I know exactly what you mean, but I don't know if the rest of the world ever experienced motorbikes, okay? This is the day and age when you have 9 different kinds of skateboard. When I built a skateboard, we had me and George Somas, who lived next door, we had to take roller skates, literally, take them off the bottom of the boots, saw the thing in half, okay, and on the bottom of a 2x4, which you had to fix, like so forth, or a 4x4 or whatever, then nail the wheels to the bottom, and they were like clay wheels or something, you know, and they made a great racket. And then when whoever it was invented kryptonics or, you know, some sort of rubberized wheels, we went off-road. But a mini bike happened at the exact same time. If somehow you had a dad who knew his way around engines, if you had a dad who was a gardener, if you had a dad who was a contractor, or a dad who worked in automotives or something like that, then those kids, okay, like the Emerson brothers, they had a mini bike. Did you actually own a mini bike?
I had a something that was created in a garage. I don't even think there was no brand name to it. It was a Frankenstein piece of machinery. I don't even know if it had brakes on it.
Who built it for you? Did your dad build it?
My dad did not build it. My cousin and his brother built it out on the farm I used to go to in the summertime.
Okay, and you used it on dirt roads, right?
Dirt roads. And
did it have lawnmower wheels on it?
Funky lawnmower wheels.
Because these days when I think of lawnmower wheels, I think of the very tiny front wheels on one of those tractor pullers. If you've never seen a tractor pull, check it out at the Polar magazine, okay? They'll take 4 Hemi head, like Hemi Cuda kind of engines. I know them to be Hemi Cuda, you know, Big Daddy Roth with the pipes and everything. They'll put 4 of those on one frame. And in the back, you've got ag. It's called ag now, not agriculture, okay? Be woke, Tom. Be a woke farmer, will you? And the tires are as big as I am, okay? Even bigger now that after my last surgery. They're literally as wide as my Mr. Giebler, my last phys ed teacher, okay? On either side. And in front, they're using lawnmower wheels. No shit, they're about this. And it looks once again like Big Daddy Roth, who is not related to me specifically, but is directly related to me spiritually. Were you a Big Daddy Roth fan growing up? Do you know them? Beatnik Bandit.
Oh, yeah.
Road Agent.
I loved all that stuff when I was a kid.
Did you draw monsters when you were growing up?
I did.
Monsters with an 8-ball Hurst shifter, okay? That's called a Hurst 5-way 8-ball shifter, okay? And you lusted for one of those. And you would have the pipes, right? You got to have the pipes. And you would practice making the sound. Okay, anytime I meet somebody like in law enforcement, I go, can you make a gun sound? And virtually everyone can. Make a gun sound. Do a gun sound. You haven't shot in a while.
No.
Okay, see now, I watch a lot of Netflix. And particularly that's an Eastwood one. Actually, that's kind of Italian Western, right? Like this. Can you do an automatic weapon? Try. No, that sounds like a car now. That sounds like a Yamaha on a cold morning and out on salt water. It's a I'll be right fucking there. All right. Everybody's got a car sound, all right? And the VDub, 1966 VDub, sounds like this. Because it's always going somewhere. That car was always going somewhere, right? And if you practiced the Harley Davidson, that was the sound of freedom. Your first taste of freedom was on a bicycle. I still ride a bicycle, okay? But the sound of really going somewhere like Easy Rider, you ever seen the movie? Peter Fonda, yeah. Dennis Hopper. Yeah. Okay, that's almost a national anthem film. You know, you kind of close your eyes and it's a natural, we're leading a digital prison break here. That was a geographic, spiritual prison break back in when that came out, 1968, somewhere in there. My parents wouldn't let me go see it. So I snuck out in the rain. I was living up north here in Altadena. All right. And I remember it was raining and I snuck out of the house and I walked almost 2 miles to the Uptown Theater and paid, I think it was $2.50 to see Easy Rider and Gimme Shelter. Ooh, fuck. Careful what you let your kids see. Do you feel all right? They do. First reality series that I ever saw was on a Monday night at the Uptown Theater. It was Easy Rider. They made it up as they were going along exactly the way a reality series does today. They created conflictual scenarios. Okay, here we are at the campfire arguing. Here we are at the somewhere and, so forth. But it was made up as they go. And I don't think people think of it as a reality series. They glued the scenes together, but if you think of it, it is about 9 weeks of a reality drama strung out. 2 fellas get on bikes, head out across the country and have experiences. There's probably 6 different variations of that right now that are available on different platforms. Okay, 2 guys go out, a guy and a Weimaraner go out, 2 girls go out, now it's 3 girls go out, and then you get the 7 girls get snowed in. I have that one. Part 2's the best, Tom. The first one, though, was Easy Rider, and when we looked at it, it was not a guilty pleasure. We wanted to be it. It was very different. It was the complete converse of the way we look at reality series today. Today, you look at it so you can go, whoa, thank God, okay? I'm gonna tell you a feeling. Have you ever made a meal for a kid, okay?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, and you know the feeling you get? You get a feeling, okay. That's the feeling I get when I'm on stage. Have you ever made a meal for 10 people, say out camping?
Absolutely.
Okay. And when they're really having a good time with it and you stand back and you're wiping your hands off, that feeling is the feeling that I get when I'm at Madison Square Garden. And the only time that I really got that feeling was when I saw a little cancer kid at the hospital, and he was in there for his 4th surgery, and his parents and everybody were freaking out. And he looked at me and he went like this, because I didn't have any bandages. And I went, huh? And he went, how many? I said, how many? Like this. He went, 4. And I went and he went, well, shit. Now, he didn't say it. He was 9 years old, but you could, he looked up at his parents like, we're fucking cool, okay? And that's what you get from a reality series. All right, you look at that on a really good night, the near misses, and it's like going to an interesting high school reunion in a very woke time. I say, hey man, what are you doing these days? Oh, I became a physician. Hey, what about you, man? Oh, I'm a legal attorney, $800 an hour man. How about you? I'm a girl. Need legal? And you don't blink because that's a common thing, all right? Today, you look at things very differently in reality, but when you watched Easy Rider, you wanted to be that. You wanted to get on that bike, you wanted to go, and even the conflicts were incendiary. The idea of Captain America and the fella, I forget the other character's name, okay, but you actually wanted to be the other character because he was more like Keith Richards, a little wabi-sabi, a little easier to deal with in terms of how do I look in the morning. And by the way, how do I look in the morning? I actually sound like that. whether the camera's on or not.